Welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. Hi. How's everybody's weekend going? Good. So, I have a question for everyone. What comes to mind when asked what is a woman's or a man's place? What comes to mind? I mean, automatically you think negative when asked that question. Um, but not today. Not today, because today is not back in the day. Their place is with each other, uplifting and building one another. And with that being said, like when we're cleaning or cooking, or, sometimes we don't recognize that we're actually being a team, but we are. It's always been looked at as competition between each other. I call it teamwork because men clean, men are awesome cooks, and women work outside the house. We both cook, we both clean, and we both have jobs. That's a compliment to each other. So, because we're building and learning to build together and not even know it, because it's subconscious. And believe it or not, building and uplifting starts at home. But then it expands. It expands outside the home. So once it expands outside the home, we're building a business, and it creates an alliance instead of competition or criticism. So, it's okay to not notice, but sometimes we should start opening our eyes and realize that what we're doing, what we're creating, is teamwork. I mean, again, subconsciously, we don't recognize things because, again, we're too busy focusing on who's wearing the pants and who's not. Whereas that was back in the day. We're starting a whole new era today. So why don't we just open our eyes to reality? That way we're progressing. As a team. It's okay, again, just, to be unnoticed, but let's see her and see him and make not just partners, but a team. That's what I see for our future, instead of us always wanting to be, the bigger person, like who's wearing the pants, you or me. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. So, so again, I ask, what comes to mind when that question is asked, where's a woman's or a man's place? So now that we have an idea of where that could lead to, I think that we can, again, start something new, and enjoy each other more. And with that being said, we can build together, not just family businesses, but a woman and a man's relationship business, a husband or a wife's business. I mean, it's nothing wrong with sister and brother business, or, father and son business, but let's not ignore the fact that it can expand. It can expand because once you're a team, once you're a team, that I mean, you're a family automatically. Your partners automatically, but it's better when you become a team player. So therefore, it's teamwork together. Everything we do, as far as uplifting and building and creating, we're doing that together. I think that helps us even more to be a better influence, for our kids, friends, family. If they see it, it has to start somewhere. So why not start with that man and that woman? Rather it's a best friend, rather, it's your husband or your wife or your brother, your sister, your father, your son. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, as far as what where a man or a woman's place is. Just understand that it's together. Instead of all this separation that we're doing, we work. You know how it say, together you stand, divided you fall. Hey, together, let's just bring it together and just start being a team with our better half, our partner. Let's make it a team. That's what I see. That's what I want. As far as just making it happen. And it has to start somewhere, so why not let's start it right here. Yes. So, again, like I said, it doesn't matter. Today is awesome because we do. A man can, a man can clean a house just as good if not better than the woman sometimes. I mean, and the cooking, guys are awesome cooks. I'm telling you right now, I have two sons that's amazing. They cook, oh man, they are awesome cooks. So, with that being said, and women can go outside the house now and get a job. So together we're paying bills, we're cleaning, and we're feeding each other. It's all coming together. So I mean, again, I don't see anything wrong with expanding partnership to teamwork, and I don't think that you should see it any different. I think that, again, like I said, it has to start somewhere. So I think that that's awesome. Right, sister. Yeah, that is so true. And again, I feel good even just bringing that up because a lot of the times when we think about, that question, normally it would make you think something negative. What do you mean a woman's place or a man's place? We don't belong in the kitchen. We making money too. Yes, we are. They making money, we making money. They in the kitchen cleaning, they in the kitchen cooking. We all doing it all together now. There's no distinguish in that. There's no how do you say? There's no discrimination. As far as who can clean and who can cook. Why can't we just do it together? How they say, why can't we all just get along? What better way to get along than doing it together? I love when a man cooks for me. I love it when we can clean together. You better believe that. I don't see anything wrong with it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, how do y'all feel about that? What's your perspective on that? Do you agree? I'm asking men and women this question because I want to know how you women feel, how you men feel. That's how I feel. I don't see anything wrong with it either. So, yeah. I felt like I needed to bring that one up because it was a question in my mind how people would react to that because that's what I see now. That's what I want to see more of. Like, it's businesses out here, and I'm not hating on the business, but it'll be nice to see more business being ran by partners, team players, man, woman, you know, more, and I'm gonna say more in the black community. I think that we should see more of that. So. But I'm glad everybody is tuning in. I appreciate the support. Like I said, you guys, you ladies, you gentlemen, you are awesome for, just always, tuning in and, hearing what I have to say, being inquisitive is what I call it, because when I see someone, expressing certain things, I like to tune in too. It just makes me, want to see, because believe it or not, what people have to say is important. It may not, always pertain to you, but it doesn't make it less important. So I appreciate everybody for always tuning in. I appreciate all of y'all. I mean, I consider y'all friends. I mean, we're friends on Facebook. So I thank my friends. Yeah, so let me tell you, my son, he cooks a lot. I'm always saying, well, why didn't you invite me? Or why didn't you bring me some over? He's like, oh, I forgot. How in the heck? No, no, you do know I do the cooking and I do. Hey, I cook. You want to come get something to eat? But you know, they're so used to us women cooking and know we got it down pat. Well, a lot of us. I can't say that every woman can cook because every woman can't cook. Just like every man can't cook, but some men can cook. Majority of the women can cook. But I love tasting men's food. I love it. I love when men cook. Oh my goodness, it's delish, right? Yes, 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 yes. Matter of fact, oh no, no, no. I think I'm gonna ask my son to cook me something. Not this weekend because we have other plans, but I think I'm gonna have him to cook me something. I'm gonna think about what it is, and I'm gonna have him to cook because I just want to taste more. I wanna taste something different. But I know that he can cook. He can cook like almost anything. I've tasted his cooking and it's awesome. I have another son that can cook just as good. Like he cooks a lot. Like his wife, she loves when he cooks. I mean, he fell back a little bit because he missed her cooking sometimes too. But yeah, he does a lot of cooking at home too. So women do appreciate men cooking. So if you men are listening, hey, we appreciate y'all cooking. So hey, get in that kitchen and cook us something to eat sometimes. We'll love it and we'll appreciate it. And you will know about it too. Yes, y'all will. Yeah. 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 Just thinking about it right now making me want somebody to cook for me right now. Yeah. I just got to decide what it is I want to be cooked, and I'm going to get it cooked. And then I'm going to let you know how delish it was or how terrible it was. But I doubt if it's terrible because, like I said, I know my sons can cook. And I know that other men can cook. I've tasted men cooking, so it's awesome. But I'm a witness to how amazing men can cook. Don't get me wrong, I don't think any of them can outcook me. So let's just get that clear. Yeah. And they're awesome cleaners. I'm telling you, it's awesome when we get to sit down and put our feet up and let the men clean. And let me tell you, when they clean, whew, feel like I'm in a palace. Hello. Okay? That's how clean. I mean, everything is like sparkling clean. Don't get me wrong, because I can sparkle clean things too. But it's better when somebody else is doing it for you. Hello. Especially a man. Okay? You feel real special when a man put his bed in. Hello. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I you know what? That's what I want this weekend. I want to be catered to. I want you to clean up. I want you to cook. Yes. Don't get me started now. I might feel a little spoiled and have you feeding me, okay? Yes, yes, yes. But I feel really good about this conversation today because you know sometimes we just like overlook the men. Sometimes we don't give the men enough credit, and we don't show appreciation. And sometimes the men don't give us enough credit or show us enough appreciation. But when you share in those things together, you learn to appreciate one another because you're sharing in it. You know what each other does, how much time it takes to do this, and the reason why they're doing it because it's pleasing to one another. And who doesn't want to please each other? Who doesn't want to spoil or who doesn't like compliments? And I think that being a team, it's a compliment. Like I said, it's a compliment to one another, to each other. And how can you miss with that? I mean, if you show, set an example, most of the time it gets followed. So let's start, showing examples, if not for nothing else, for the kids. They'll grow up, knowing and wanting to be that team player, and make it more than just being partners. It's I mean, it's awesome. We can set a trend. And I think that's an awesome one. I don't think that that's something that is wrong, or a bad idea. I think it's awesome. I mean, I appreciate it. I want it. So, and I know I'm not the only woman that enjoys a man's cooking. I'm not the only woman that appreciate when they cook for us. I think it's a great idea. What do you think? I'm asking the ladies and the men though. I want to know from everybody, from everybody. Like, if you would appreciate it sometimes, if you would, just like to, I don't know, compliment each other. I don't know. So what do you think? I already told y'all how I think. Yeah. It's funny because it's the weekend, and I be thinking about things like that for the weekend. So, of course, it couldn't happen today because I was busy, and I'm still busy. But it's going to happen next weekend. Yeah. It's definitely going to happen next weekend. Yeah. So it's not anything new. It's just that it's not enough of it going around. That's all. And I just want to bring it out, put some ideas in the men's head, because us women, we do it all the time. We don't mind, catering, cooking, and things of that nature. But I know that we would love it when men do it. So I'm putting a little bug in you men's ear, and hope you're listening. Yeah. I ain't trying to stir up no trouble though, but hey, you better be listening. That's right. That's right. But again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for hearing me out. I think that this was a fun one. I mean, it's gonna. I know everybody's gonna have something to say about that one. Like, thank you for hinting, because I sure did get a good meal cooked. Yeah, I want to hear all about it too. Yeah, you definitely got to come and let me know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what else I like though? I like to get my hair. You know how you like to part and grease your hair and get your scalp scratched, and that's nice too. Feels good too. Maybe they spoil you and cater you a little bit further. Let me stop for us. Let me stop. No, for real though, I'm serious. That feels good too. When your man is, playing in your hair, scratching your scalp, that relax you a lot. Rubbing them feet, yes, yes. Men are awesome. Men are awesome. We are. I mean, I have to give it to them, because when they want to, they do it right. You know. So, and I think it's vice versa. But I think that women do it all the time. I think that women enjoy, treating their man good. And I know that, I know personally that men like to surprise you, you know, to do the unexpected, because that's when it's really a surprise. That's when you really appreciate it the most, because you didn't expect it. It's so awesome. I hope y'all listening, men. I hope y'all listening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm letting you know what we like. I'm letting you know what we want. Mm-hmm. This weekend. Well, not this weekend. Next weekend. Mm-hmm. That's what we want. A week's notice, okay? That's right. Yes. Cater. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let us enjoy ourselves. Let us relax. We don't have to go outside to the spa. We just be at home and let our man treat us good. And that's gonna be all right. But again, like I said, so when you think about a man's place and a woman's place, don't think about don't think about back then. Think about today. Because we have changed things, and we have made them better. Because now it's like I said, instead of just being partners, you can become a team player. You can become an awesome team, together. And it starts at home. And again, it can escalate or elevate outside the home, to make it even more, appealing, to set a even more higher example, to not just, in home but out home. It's a compliment to each other when people can notice that you work well with each other as well as working well with others. But it's awesome when you can work well with each other. So I just wanted to put that out there, that we're not living in the past, how people thought about, women and where their place was and where men's place was. I thought it was I mean, even if it is going on, like I said, it's sometimes subconscious and we don't really notice it, or we're not paying enough attention. So I just thought that I give you an eye opener, to allow you to see that when you do that, you are actually um, getting rid of the man's place and the woman's place is being separate. That all can, be one. You know what I'm saying? We work together, and it's just, we become one, with each other. So, with that in mind, again, let's just start opening our eyes and seeing and recognizing and appreciating, so I'm gonna leave you with that thought, and hope to see everybody next Saturday, 6 o'clock, of course. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. This is Diane, and I'm lifting the veil. Have a good weekend.